everyone, and welcome back to my channel and to another Christmas vlog. If you didn't see my last one, I will leave a link to it up in the eye in the corner. You should definitely go and watch that one first, but if you're all caught up, then welcome back. It is currently December 4th. It's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I kind of had a slow start to my day. Luckily, I have the day off because I had a really bad night's sleep. I did not feel very good last night, so I didn't end up falling asleep until really late or really early in the morning, depending on how you want to look at it. So I kind of had a slow start to my day, but it's the afternoon. I just finished getting ready and I thought I would start this vlog now. So this morning I did read another chapter of The Return of the King. So I am now on page 788. Keep in mind, this book technically started at 731, so I'm only about like 55 pages into this book. Not very far at all, but you can kind of see my progress right there. In my last vlog, I did talk about possibly starting another book today to read in addition to this, so I think I am still going to do that. But for now, we have to open another day in my sock advent calendar. So here's day 2 right here, which these are still not any easier to open as any of the previous years that I have done this, but oh, that didn't work out very well, did it? Oh my gosh, I'm ripping the whole box. Okay, I have really mutilated the box in order to get to this sock, so I think we're just gonna have to pull it through this tiny hole. Alright, the socks have been freed, and these look like ankle socks again. Today's socks are red and black with a little Santa skull and crossbones, and it says Seasons Creepings. So these are very cute as well. I'm hoping that we're gonna get some of like the crew socks in here because those are the ones that I tend to wear a lot with my boots, but I can still always use a pair of ankle socks. So that is our advent calendar for today. We won't open another one until 2 days from now, and we'll open another cocoa one tomorrow. But as for the rest of today, I do have quite a bit of errands to run. I have to go to the grocery store. I think I'm going to drop off some more books at the library. I don't think I'm going to get anything, but I might browse and see if anything catches my eye, and then we'll probably grab a coffee while we're out as well because I always love my Dunkin' iced coffees. And then besides that, I do have to do some laundry when I get home, and of course I'm hoping to get quite a bit of reading as well as crocheting done today. But for now, I think we're going to head off to the grocery store and the library. So it is now the next day, and I thought we would switch things up a little bit and I would do a voiceover while I talk to you guys about how much fun I have not been having over the last 24 hours while you guys watch me crochet some things. I thought this would be a little bit more interesting than if I just sat down in front of the camera and was talking to you guys, so I hope you guys like it. I do apologize if the audio is not very good. I don't really have like a voiceover microphone, so hopefully this sounds okay. So I had every intention of vlogging yesterday when I got home from going to the library and starting another book, which I will talk to you guys eventually, probably tomorrow or something like that. But I was totally planning on like vlogging the entire day. Unfortunately, around the evening time, I started to not feel very well again. I know I said yesterday how the day before or the night before I hadn't been feeling very well and I didn't sleep very well that night. And basically, the same thing happened yesterday and into today, which is why I didn't vlog at all today, except for the little crochet thing that you're watching right now. So I deal with like health issues on pretty much a daily basis. I don't ever talk about it on my social media because it's very private, and I don't really want unsolicited advice from people I know in real life, much less people I don't know on the internet, no offense. So I don't really like to talk about it, but it's something that I deal with on a daily basis, and for the most part, it's pretty manageable. Like, I can go about my life, I go to work and stuff like that every day, and I usually can manage it, but sometimes I have like flare ups, I guess you could call it, where I feel much worse and it's harder for me to do things, and that is what happened quite a few times this week, including yesterday. So that is why I wasn't able to vlog or anything like that, because I just wasn't really feeling well. Even when I started to feel better, I still was just in a headspace where I didn't really want to see myself on camera, knowing I was going to have to edit it and stare at the footage later. So that is why I thought I will do some crocheting, which I usually find to be very like relaxing and therapeutic, and I definitely felt better after crocheting these couple of little things. Which, by the way, if you're wondering, yes, I do feel like Santa Claus when I am crocheting little toys and plushies during the holiday season. I feel like one of Santa's elves, and it feels great. Honestly, you should try it if you haven't. So yeah, this was a little festive time that I had. Right now, as you're watching, I am making a little octopus plushie. I had started off making a ghost plush with this very thin yarn with a very thin crochet hook, and it was just getting frustrating. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to put this off to the side and we're going to make an octopus because it's nice and easy. It has very thick yarn, which works up really quickly, and it's very soft and nice to work with. So that is what I'm working up in the thing that you're watching currently. But as soon as I finish it, I will switch back to doing the ghost plush because I wasn't going to give up on it. I just needed a break to work on something else for a second. So yes, that is my little update as to why I haven't vlogged much today or why I didn't finish vlogging yesterday. I thought I would just let you guys know and not leave you hanging. I have considered just giving up on doing Vlogmas because I've come to realize I haven't even finished a book yet. And then I remembered that like half of the people that I watch that do Vlogmas aren't booktubers. Like, they don't read books, they just vlog the things that they get up to in their daily lives, and a lot of them do, vlogging as their job, so it's not even like they leave the house very often. So I was like, you know what, hopefully this is fine and people still enjoy it, even though I haven't quite finished a book yet. So hopefully you guys are still enjoying this. I'm trying to make it more interesting with some of the other things that I get up to, like trying to film myself crocheting. If you guys like this, let me know, because it's very easy to just film myself while I'm working on some of these projects, so I would be happy to include some more crocheting montages in future videos if that's something that you guys would like. But yes, here I have finished up my little octopus. He's looking very cute. I call him Bubbles the octopus, and sometimes I make ones with little ears on them because some little octopi, I don't know what the plural form of them is, and I don't even know if they actually have this in real life, but I know like in Finding Nemo, oh my gosh, I'm basing my references off of a Disney movie. In Finding Nemo, the little pink octopus that inks, she has like little ears. So sometimes I will give the little octopus's little ears, and those ones that have ears, I call them Bindi the octopus, but this one without the ears, I call Bubbles. And I've sold a couple of him actually at a local store that sells some of my crochet products. So a couple other people have these little Bubbles the octopus in their home, which I think is quite nice. But as you can see, I've switched back to working on the ghost, and I didn't actually end up finishing this ghost tonight because it started to get kind of late and I wanted to be able to edit this video and film the voiceover and stuff like that. But I will finish this little ghost eventually, and that means he will eventually turn into Buster the Ghost, who is quite cute, and I've also sold a couple of. So yes, that is my little update for now, and hopefully I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. It is now the 6th of December. It is a very, very gloomy day out, hence why the lighting is not very good, but I am finally here to talk to you about One by One by Ruth Ware. I started this the other day. I'm not very far into it because I didn't get a chance to read this morning, but I'm hoping to finish the rest of it pretty quickly because it's kind of a whodunit mystery story, which I tend to read through pretty quickly, as well as Ruth Ware is one of my favorite thriller authors. I love her writing. I've read a lot of her other books, so I know I'll be able to get through this quickly if I just find the time to actually sit down and read it. But if you're not familiar with what this book is about, it felt like a convenient time to pick it up in like the winter time because this takes place in the French Alps. Essentially, we're following a group of colleagues as they go on a sort of work retreat at this ski chalet in the French Alps, and I think an avalanche ends up happening and they get stranded there. It's already like a very secluded area, but they end up getting stranded there, and then they start getting picked off one by one. The premise of it actually sounds very similar to a Sherry LaPena book I read a couple years ago called The Unwanted Guest, or The Unexpected Guest, or one of the two. I think it was The Unwanted Guest. I think The Unexpected Guest is an Agatha Christie book. Either way, all of them are like whodunit kind of mystery stories, which are just kind of like a classic, and I've been in the mood to read one, so like I said, I think I'm going to enjoy this one. I am only about 78 pages into this book, so I haven't gotten very far. So far, I'm enjoying it. The actual like inciting incident hasn't quite happened yet, so we're not very far into the story, but like I said, I'm familiar with her writing, so I am engaged in the story even though we're still very much at the beginning portion of it, and hopefully the story will pick up a little bit more in the next 100 pages or so. So yeah, this is what I'm currently reading, and now that it is the 6th, we have another day to open in my sock advent calendar. I did get another hot cocoa yesterday. At this point, I feel like there's no point in me just showing you the boxes. It was hazelnut flavored. One of these days I'll get around to actually drinking one, but I just haven't had the time to like sit down and have a hot chocolate, and when I do, I haven't really felt that great, and I didn't really want to drink hot chocolate, so one of these days I will get around to trying them. But for now, we have my sock calendar, so this one's a lot more practical for this point in my life because I wear socks every day. So the next one that we have is a bigger one, so I'm hoping this means that this will be like a cruise sock in here. Who knows? I will say this box is poorly designed because I have ripped pretty much every single one of these every time I try to open them. The perforated edges, man. They're not doing anything helpful for me. Already I see Sally's face. Okay, let me put this down. And let's see, these are gray, which isn't my favorite. I kind of wish they were black, but they do have these fun black like thorn designs on them, or like stitches. And yes, these have Sally on the back of the sock, actually, not on the front, which is interesting. There's Sally right there. I don't know why her face, why does she look like a VeggieTales character? Oh my gosh, she looks like, what was that character called? Petunia or something like that? If you grew up watching VeggieTales, you're gonna know who I'm talking about. But yes, these socks are very cute. I just think Sally's face looks kind of funny. But I really like the like swirly design on them. That is quite elegant looking. So yes, our first pair of crew socks, and we're 3 days down in my calendar. I think I'm going to end this vlog here because in about 20 minutes I have got to go to work, and then I work until 9 o'clock tonight, so I won't be home probably until after 9, so I think at that point I'm probably going to be pretty exhausted from work and not really feeling like filming or reading or crocheting or really much of anything. I'm probably just going to end up going to bed because I have to, I think, open at work tomorrow, which is unfortunate. But yes, so I think I'm going to end this vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!